So we've talked about pressure lines, we've talked about the advanced breakout bars, we've talked about the movement monitor, the different settings, we've talked about the volatility monitor, the different settings. The only one that I have not talked about would be the Confluence Monitor with breakout analysis, which I don't often use. I know a lot of people don't often use it. It gets very crowded when you use it on 8 time frame layout charts. So I'll show you what that looks like, and then just know I have a separate video that goes through the Confluence Monitor because it is a long video in itself. So that will not be a part of this. I will simply show everyone what it looks like, and this is to evaluate the current candle that is being traded, as we speak, right? So if I wanted to know everything about this current 24-minute candle that's forming, and I wanted price action to be analyzed in real time, this is what it would show me, right? And it is color-coded to match whether or not it's bullish or bearish. And so as you can see, this one's a bit indecisive because we have a lot of red, we have a lot of green, we have yellow, which is a sign of transition, we have some orange, so we're kind of all over the place. If I go to something that I know is bullish, I can kind of show you what that looks like, right? It's going to be green everywhere. There we go, right? We just had a really nice move. I know that all the analytics are surely, because I know that we were sitting on an orange candle, are surely going to be very green, right? They're going to be transitioning green. They're going to be bullish. If I go to the 1 week, they're going to be showing potential signs of transition and things of that nature, right? So this gives you an idea of what it looks like to be sitting in a bullish condition. And then each of these boxes have data that you can utilize that will give you really, really granular detail on what's going on with the exact candle and the exact energy for this specific 1-day time frame that we're dealing with, right? So now I have a great idea of where volatility could still take me. I have a great understanding of what's going on with the movement monitor, moving averages, sensitive trend, momentum. I have an idea of what's going on with energies. I have an idea of what's going on with trajectory, if I didn't mention that. I understand what's going on with volume, and I understand what's going on with money flow, all from one line, right? I have like a pretty decent understanding, especially when it's accompanied by orange here, right? And that is where some of this comes into play, right? This active money flow section, right? And this price, flow, volume, metrics, analytics section. And when I look at macro momentum, and when I look at momentum confluence, and when I look at acute momentum, and I know all this just sounds ridiculous and scientific, but I just want people to have an idea of the fact that each of these boxes is a different thing, and all of it is compiled into an analysis to bring you the orange on orange. So when you think of a breakout bar, think of all of this madness happening to just let you know 85% of this big crazy green table is green. And the same thing, for the downside. So I kind of show you, maybe what that looks like too, but I mostly will just ask you to trust me in this video that it's red. It's very red. When the opposite of what's happening now happens, it just goes really red. And you can look at it time frame by time frame. We do account for trend and power, and is it increasing, is it decreasing, is there divergence, is there convergence? I look at things like EMAs, zones, real-time price. I have items in here that are going to help us with regard to triggers. And so when you look at the table, you can actually get an idea of, hey, on the weekly, I feel like there's a little volatility. Is there a trigger pending? And is that something that I should kind of consider, right? So there's a lot of different things. And triggers are just kind of like, in the moment, consider a short. In the moment, consider a long. They're not saying sell your whole portfolio. They're not saying, go all in, ever, right? But they give you a little indication of what could happen with regard to price action. When you see sensitive zone momentum, displaying a signal of current short or current long, a lot of times, especially if it's in combination with the Confluence sniper, then that's going to be your orange on orange conditions, right? That's essentially what it turns out to look like. When you don't have to look at this, because you're in DIO 2.0, and instead you just get to look at orange on orange over green, usually in a green channel, right? I do not have the other algos displayed here, some of the ones that we utilize in conjunction with these, but we do have a few that allow us to find even more confluence to make sure we're trading in the same direction of our long-term trend. So I think that actually wraps it up, guys. Obviously, there's much more. I think this covers the algorithms, and again, I do have a whole separate video for those that want to take the collegiate level course on the Confluence Monitor and what each box means and how to review them. So I thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate you, and I will see you on the other side. Thanks again, and have a great day, guys.